Hello and welcome to Clearview News Desk. We are reaching you live from Nigeria's capital city, Abuja. I am Gloria Atabu. Late Namibia's president, Hage Geingob, has been described as a great leader who never gave up on the struggle for liberation of his country and continent at large. Namibia's High Commissioner to Nigeria, Humphrey Geseb, who said this during the memorial service of the late president in Abuja, said the late president fought for independence of Namibia and lived to enjoy the stability and peace of his country before his passing. Clearview News' Imefunokon was there and now tells us more.
It was a solemn occasion as members of the diplomatic community, friends and well-wishers of late Namibia's president, Hage Geingob, came out in their numbers to pay their last respect to the late president during the memorial service organized in his honor in Nigeria. Born in 1941, Geingob was a prominent politician before Namibia achieved independence from white minority-ruled South Africa in 1990. He chaired the body that drafted Namibia's constitution. Before his demise, the 82-year-old president, who also served for 12 years as prime minister, had a history of health problems that preceded his election as Namibia's third president in 2014. In 2013, he underwent brain surgery, and the following year, he revealed that he had survived prostate cancer. High Commissioner Republic of Namibia to Nigeria, Humphrey Geseb, who described the late president as a chief architect of constitution and a pillar of the Namibian House, said his passing is a great loss to the whole world.
We organized this service briefly to give an occasion to all his friends in Nigeria, as well as the people and the government of Nigeria, to bid him farewell. We really want to thank the Catholic Church for organizing this befitting farewell. Dr. Hage Geingob was a statesman, he was a people's president, he was a people's person.
Some members of the diplomatic community described the late president as a very humble leader who was not only respected in Africa but globally.
The late president was not only respected in his own country, but throughout Southern Africa, the whole of Africa, and the rest of the world, and that this was largely due to his wisdom and commitment to truth, the rule of law, and democracy. He was a very humble person to have accepted to become a mere minister, having been prime minister, and then becoming president. This does not always happen in Africa.
President Geingob, his leadership extended beyond politics for many African and Namibians. In particular, President Geingob symbolized stability, leadership, and one a working spirit of the nation that fought of his freedom.
The passing of His Excellency President Hage Geingob is indeed a great loss, not just for the citizens of Namibia or for Nigeria, to whom he was a great ally and friend, was a loss for our dear continent and humanity at large. He was a great Pan-Africanist and remarkable human being. He never abandoned his friends, even when he left office.
In 2007, Geingob became vice president of the Covering Southwest Africa People's Organization, which he had joined as an architector for independence when Namibia was still known as Southwest Africa. Imefunokon reporting for Clearview News.
The death of Namibia's president in power reminds Clearview News Desk of some country leaders that have equally died in service. While some age-related illnesses, others died outright assassination. We have a review.
The death of Namibian President Hage Geingob on Sunday, February 4, 2024, at the age of 82, has made us at Clearview News Desk to recollect that while many African leaders successfully completed their tenures, some others died in office. There are those whose causes of death are known, while some others remain undisclosed or unknown. However, our checks have revealed that most African presidents who died in office passed on due to long-term illnesses, heart conditions, and even assassinations. Here are 14 of such African leaders who died in office. Former Tanzania's President John Magufuli died in 2021 at 61 from a heart disease that had plagued him for a decade. He was Tanzania's first president to die while in office. Pierre Nkurunziza of Burundi, 2020. Pierre had been president of Burundi for 15 years and had no plans of stepping down. However, he died when his successor, Evariste Ndayishimiye, was about to be sworn into office. He came into office at 40 and bowed out at 55 years. Nkurunziza suddenly passed on of a heart attack in June 2020. John Atta Mills, Ghana, 2012. Atta Mills died in his home country of stroke and throat cancer at 68. He won the presidential election in 2008 and was in office for only 3 years. Muammar Gaddafi, 2011. A victim of assassination, Gaddafi was killed at 69 by rebel forces in unclear circumstances in Libya after being its leader for 42 years. He seized power from the Libyan monarchy following a bloodless military coup in 1969, but his leadership came to an end in the aftermath of the Arab Spring Revolution. Umaru Musa Yar'Adua, 2010. Yar'Adua died at 58 from pericarditis in Nigeria. He had been in office for only 3 years. His campaign was punctuated by his absence, even as the candidate with reports of health-related complications. After his election in April 2007, Yar'Adua's health deteriorated quickly. Omar Bongo. Advanced intestinal cancer killed Omar Bongo in June 2009 in Barcelona, Spain, after being in office for 42 consecutive years, non-stop in Gabon. He died at 72 and was one of the longest-serving rulers in history. President Asingbe Eyadema of Togo was one of Africa's longest-serving heads of state. He died in office after ruling his country continuously non-stop for 38 years. He reportedly suffered a heart attack in his hometown of Pia in southeastern Togo and died on his way to Europe for treatment. Eyadema, a former army colonel, came to power in a 1967 coup. The president of Somaliland, Mohamed Egal, died in 2002. According to Somali officials, his death was as a result of complications during a medical procedure at a South African military hospital. He was 73. Laurent Kabila, born 1939, Jatteville, Belgian Congo, now Democratic Republic of the Congo, died January 18, 2001. He was the leader of a rebellion that overthrew President Mobutu Sese Seko of Zaire in May 1997. He subsequently became president and restored the country's former name, Democratic Republic of the Congo. Kabila was shot by a bodyguard at his presidential palace in Kinshasa.
You can follow up on latest events and happenings around you via our social media platforms on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Clearview News Desk, or via our handle on X, formerly known as Twitter, at Clearview Online.